only see George's dumb computer screen.
There we go. Now we're live. So cool.
Screen.
We're live right now.
Glad we started that way.
We're live. Hot titties.
There we go. Now we're live. It's a hot second. Wait one hot second here.
We're sharing this baby. Let's share.
We got to share the baby. That's what has to happen.
Share to. I'm going to share it to Honest Travs, even though he's not on it. Maybe they'll boot us out. Maybe they won't.
Who cares?
I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Chuck it. Chuck it on there. What the hell? Let it live. Maybe they'll love it. Who knows? It's just I always mess up how to share.
It's very easy.
I'm already at 80%. See?
I love that there's just a countdown clock on this episode.
Yeah.
Feels very appropriate to the movie that we watched.
It's true.
There's that great shot that snaps in on his face as he checks his watch.
Yeah.
So this movie sets the standard for every cliche of this type of movie ever.
Right. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like full of all of them and maybe invents most of them.
I think I'm sure there's I don't know, maybe Garrett, you probably know better, but I don't know if there's many predecessors that so this movie comes out in 1985. There's a ton of exploitation movies before this that I would say are very similar to this movie. I just watched a movie called Chuck Norris movie called Invasion USA.
What if it was just called Chuck Norris movie?
That could be the title of all Chuck Norris movies. They are that interchangeable. But anyway, there's lots of older movies that are kind of like this movie. But the reason I'm pushing back on that a little bit is that this was written by Stephen E. D'Souza, who also wrote things let me find it here, 48 Hours. He wrote Die Hard.
That's crazy.
He wrote Hudson Hawk. He wrote the Flintstones movie. He wrote Beverly Hills Cop 3, Street Fighter, Judge Dredd.
I love how they waited till Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Let's not just throw Street Fighter in there, Garrett. Let's not say the man wrote Street Fighter. He's an expert.
Wait, are we glossing over that he wrote Die Hard's
no, that's a big one. But
Die Hard's in my top 5.
But Die Hard does come after this, so it's he did write this before Die Hard. This is kind of early in his career, but I think that this is floating around right at the time when I don't know. You've got Stallone making these movies. Every beefcake in Hollywood in 1985 is making this movie at the same time. This feels like Rambo to me. Actually, it feels like Sylvester Stallone made Rambo, and then Schwarzenegger gets to see it, and he's like, "Well, I got to make my Rambo. I have to have my own version of this."
Yeah.
Well, we should. You know what? Because we just jumped right in because we all love this so much. We should say. Welcome everybody on. It's Wednesday. Welcome to the cast. I'm Tim. This is Tyler. This is Garrett. Garrett is our special guest every. I think it's Wednesday. Every Wednesday is movie night. Wednesday. He assigns us a movie the week before. We all watch it. We hope some of you guys watch it. Although this one many of you have seen.
Yep.
This week's assignment.
I'll say this. And Tim was pissed off. He's been my friend for many years, and maybe he wouldn't have chose to do so had he known I hadn't seen Commando until today.
It's fresh for him. It's real fresh.
And I got to tell you, I wish I could go back in time and not have watched it to be able to watch it for the first time.
How did you were you excited because you knew what you were getting into pretty much immediately?
No, because I got conflicting stories because Kate, may she come in a little bit. We don't know where she is exactly, but Kate she kind of warned me that it was no good.
Well, Kate, we were on the same group chat. Kate comes in and she's like, "Guys, I'm gonna need a couple days to watch this because I don't like it. And we're like, Kate, you know what? This is a classic movie. It sets the standard. First of all, you watched Cop Car last week, so this is a nice refreshing thing to Cop Car. We'll see. I'll bet you, Ty, that when Kate comes in, I'm guessing her costume tonight is some sort of military kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking.
I would be surprised if she has that. But before we get too far into this, we got to see how everybody's day is. I guess how your day is. Tim, how's your day?
Great day. Great day, bud.
Okay, Garrett, what about you?
Decent day.
Okay.
Learned to be honest on the show. I had a decent day.
Now we got that out of the way. Cool. I will warn. I got to warn the viewers.
Warn them.
I got I don't know if you heard the banter.
Pickle?
I have a pickle. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle, and I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm without charger. I have the charger. It's on the fritz, as they say, and I'm looking at 78%, and she's fallen fast. Started the cast with 80%, already at 78.
If we get 1% per minute, we're going to be all right.
True.
1% per minute.
Don't juice it
too much. Don't juice it too much.
As you said that, it said "fuck you" 77.
I don't like when my computer says that either. Yeah.
I think maybe we just don't instigate it.
If you know what I'm thinking, if we don't even talk, the speakers won't be overstressed. So let's just actually, if we could sit in silence and look at each other quietly.
Well, until now you're kind of exposing my ego here, because I totally could conserve battery if I didn't use the beautiful mic. But
you sound so good though.
But I want to sound beautiful.
You sound so good. None of us can deny that.
I can't not sound beautiful, to save the battery. It's like,
No, I get it, dog. It's
basically the conundrum the country's in. Who do you save, right?
The country's trying to save battery. They can't get it done. Ty, do you want to tell about? So we already have extra special guest Garrett Smith tonight, but do you want to tell the people about the extra special guest? Because we have two special guests tonight.
Two special guests. Well, I mean, let's not take any love away from our movie man himself.
I've never taken love away from him 1 second of my life.
No, I know. You've given love. You're a love giver, as we all know. But yeah, we got a special guest.
Is this the special guest?
Well, this is just our guest. It's
the special
I knew it. What'd I tell you?
Yeah. Kate, that's a big time wait. I love it. Kate, I hope that what do we got? Can you show your face though? What about what's your impression like? Can you do the voice?
No, I'm not going to do the voice. La, la, la.
How you even did the nonsense camouflage makeup that he wears. I love it.
That does not camouflage him at all.
Wait,
no.
Kate also
is George
in
Arnold?
such a way that it works. Like she did the bicep makeup, and it looks like yes, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, Schwarzenegger cannot be camouflaged, right? It wouldn't matter how much he was actually wearing. That man is enormous. Dude, the whole movie. All I could think about was like,
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but now, so Tim brought up the thing that was in my top 5 favorite things about the movie.
What's that?
His shirtless camouflage attempt.
Yes,
he blends in with nothing. He still has all this black strips. What is he trying to blend it? Like be like a. Like, what is he trying to do? A zebra?
No, and that's among the less offensive oversights of the movie, I think.
Yeah.
Well, can we say, Kate? I want to make this clear. Before you came on, I said to the gang, I said, I'll bet you, I don't know if anybody remembers this from moments ago, that Kate's going to come in a military type of getup tonight.
Yeah, and she outdid herself, to be honest.
Every time. She's got like that ammo belt thing she's got on there.
Yeah, you got some guns.
What did you think, Kate? Can we ask? Because Tyler didn't even get a chance to get into how much he loved it. Yeah. But I want to get a surface explanation. Kate, your thoughts.
Surface.
Wow. Wow, Kate. Yeah, please ring on her. Are you serious, Kate?
I have a lot of notes. I took a lot of notes.
So are you saying a negative opinion? You've got a negative vibe on Commando.
Oh, see, here it goes. The movie's playing right now.
This is great. You're telling me you don't have a positive vibe. This scene is so good.
What I love about this scene is that they disguise themselves as the garbage men, then commit very loud machine gun murder in broad daylight.
Yeah. The disguise was totally unnecessary.
Yeah. I believe they make clear that it's like Tuesday morning as well.
Yeah. Let's wake up everybody. And let's get his job as garbage man or kill the garbage men.
Yes,
to make sure we they could just break in. They're gonna shoot him in his yard.
Also, that move. What is the one-liner that ends up happening? He like comes out of his. He goes, "I thought I was gonna. I thought you guys would miss me." And then Bill Duke goes, Yeah, he says like I thought you guys would miss me, and he says no, I won't, and he like kills him or whatever. The whole script is written that way, where it's like reverse engineered for one-liners. Like no one says anything that makes sense to each other. It's only as set up for one-liners.
Yeah, dude.
When he steals the car, you're like, I don't know, it's 6 minutes in. It's when the same guy, that guy right there,
Bill Duke,
after he commits the daytime over-the-top murder, he goes to a car dealership because why he even didn't just steal a regular car is insane to me.
Right. He goes to the
dealership. He talks to the salesman. He goes to the whole thing. He's finally doing the test drive, and he's in there. And he's like, "I like this car," and the guy's like, oh, "All right, you thinking about getting it?" He's like, "I really like the price." He goes, "Why is that?" He goes, "Free." And then he puts it in reverse, backs in, and then puts it in drive and runs over the guy, drives away into the street. Why would you? Why would you set that entire scene up? I think the scene was just so you could say,
"Here it is, right
free."
here.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: you guys, they're mercenaries, right?
Yeah.
You don't have cars.
Right.
You guys don't have like some.
They had a garbage truck. I mean,
like just use the garbage truck. Okay.
And then this jackass jumps in front of the car. Hey, whoa, hey, stop,
dude! But great stunt. Look at that stunt. That dude flies through a fucking window on the hood of a car. It's amazing.
Well, I love it because Tim, this guy jumps in front of the car as if that would stop the mercenary that's clearly in your showroom. Oh man. Well, do we just go through this whole movie right now like this? Like I don't know. Like I'm so excited.
Every scene is incredible in some way.
I said I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like that's what we're doing.
What are your thoughts? Because I think you might be less enthusiastic.
He hated it.
You hated it. Like out of
hated it. She hated Cop Car. She hates this. She hates all the good movies.
No, I didn't hate Cop Car. I liked Cop Car. Compared to this, I loved Cop Car.
Oh my god!
But this was I couldn't stop thinking I'm watching Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the whole time. Like
that's true.
He's carrying a tree, like a tree.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. He lifts
and the Milano thing. I didn't like it.
There's that scene where he grabs and pulls out of the ground and then lifts over his head an entire phone booth with a man inside of it.
And then throws it on 6 other men. Doesn't he throw it on a bunch of guys?
Yeah, he just tosses it over his head towards a bunch of like mall cops that are coming at him.
Well, Ty texted us today saying like, how many mall cops do they have at that mall?
Look, they had just as many mall cops as the end of Army.
Look at this. There's just all these shots like sexualizing his body throughout the movie too. Yeah. It's really funny.
And they loved his feet in the rocks.
Very similar.
Kate, okay, tell us what. I mean, we talked earlier. You didn't love the beginning scene, the dad's the
montage.
The montage. George, can we play did you guys already? Did we show the montage? George, can we find the montage?
You don't have to look far.
He kisses his daughter, who's played by Alyssa Milano.
On the lips twice. I count it. It was 2 times.
Wow,
it is weird every time that happens.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Like a lady.
Oh, it's coming, right?
Well, it's coming. She's gonna sneak up behind him.
Also, Garrett, are we gonna get in trouble for showing this entire movie on Facebook Live?
I don't know, man.
So, because we're not doing the sound, so I don't think anything is gonna detect that we're doing it.
Yeah, it's also from user action movie. It looks like, right? Like this can't be
154. Yeah, we're fine. He's not going to come.
I love this. Right. He sees the reflection in the damn axe.
It looks like a doll. It doesn't even look like a real person. I hate it. I hate
the movie would have ended so fast if he used the axe on his dog.
He's giving him a tickle.
Yeah,
well, she's giving him a tickle, like a fun tickle.
Ice cream. This part makes me sick too. Like the ew.
What don't you like about this war hero father having an ice cream with his daughter?
I feel like they're on a date. Look at his. I hate his smile.
He's having a great time with his daughter having a cream.
Oh, there it is. Ugh.
What? When they're practicing?
No, they kissed that first time.
All right.
Listen, I see George in this chat saying this is a horribly directed movie, and I just need to challenge. Yes. Okay. So this apparently, I have a friend that told me that shot is based on an actual painting, which is hilarious to me.
I'd love to know what the painting is.
Yeah. So Mark L. Lester is who directed this movie. He also directed Firestarter, and like a lot of just kind of like trash B movies. But he's like kind of a good B movie director, I think. Like this movie is pretty well directed for what it is.
B movie? I'm kidding. That was a bad one.
What?
B movie.
Yeah.
B with Seinfeld? Come on.
I don't get it. Oh, now I get it.
I hate the way he carries her. I hate the way he carries her. It's not.
What, Kate? What is wrong with you?
So you don't like the way he carries the daughter?
I hate this part. I hate this part.
What do you like, Kate? Did you like anything about the picture?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Tim.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What do we do about this?
We have to put up with it. I mean, she's on the
This
show.
is the worst part. Look.
It's a real shame.
Oh, I love you, Daddy.
I hate to see this.
Well, so Kate, what part of this
would...
movie worked for you? Like, what if this was enjoyable for you? At what point? Because I can't imagine watching this movie and not being like not screaming at some point because it's so delightful.
Yeah. I was screaming.
Yeah.
The arm chop off thing.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I don't think I liked it.
Kate, all right, let me ask you this. Did you watch this movie like you were like it was going to be some like awesome action film, or did you like go into it thinking, all right, this is going to be like a crazy kind of parody of an action movie? Like it's supposed to be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I mean, that's how I think it.
We all, I mean,
then I
think she's getting you right now, Ty. I think she's getting you. I think she's
trying to
be like, oh, it is. And then she wants you to over explain.
No, she better not be getting me because I don't respect her initial opinion about. I guess everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I think Kate, you were off this from the get go.
That's fair to say, Ty.
I like Terminator. I like that movie.
That movie rocks.
Yeah.
I noticed he said, "I'll be back." He said the person's name.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Got that in.
And then he says, "Hey, John, I'll be ready."
Yeah.
Which is this is a very lazy line.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I'll be ready when you come back.
Okay, let's get into some of your notes. Like, because we have the expert, we have the movie man, Garrett. Let's hopefully, he can debunk some of your bullshit.
Well, I mean, I can preface this by saying the answer to most questions about this movie is cocaine. That's the answer to most questions about this movie.
Wait, hold on. Derek D-Rowell, hold that thought, Derek. That's something that's towards the end of the movie. He said, let off some steam. I wrote
that down.
Okay.
Great
amazing.
Ending. Great ending.
Yeah.
Oh, God, so good.
What's your first note?
I wrote down it was 4 minutes and 9 seconds, like 3 people die. I thought that was a bit excessive.
That's the least amount. All right, I'm not going to even comment. Good.
Yeah, let her go.
Yeah, carrying the giant tree, I felt like that. Okay, we get it. We see your muscle.
Okay, he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, the strongest man alive, right?
Yeah,
So
you can see it.
Yeah. So this is.
It's like if we watched like a movie about whales, and she goes, "I just don't like the whales."
Do they all have the?
I mean, what's with the whales in the water? Yeah. They're always swimming. They're like so whaley.
Her review of Planet Earth is like, I don't know. It's just like it's all about like nature. And
there's like
animals.
All these idiot animals, and it's like we get it. You're a lion.
Yeah, okay, cool. There's trees. I get it.
Good night. I love that sound through the old.
Yeah, we should probably keep that up the whole time. Oh my God.
Please.
Yeah, let's not do that. Whatever it'll take to not have that ever. Like
let off some steam is the finale. We have to.
Yeah, we got to wait on that. Even though it's.
We got to let Kate talk here. We're interrupting her, and we need to let her.
I know.
Explain.
Go ahead. Okay. Carry on, Kate.
He was smiling too much during the montage. I hate his smile.
Oh.
I hated the "I love you, Dad" on the fridge, and then when the guy was holding it afterwards, I was like, "That's too much. That's too much." When the helicopter landed, when they went to get him, that part I did like. I liked that part, and whatever his job was, I wanted to have his job. I'm like, this guy's important. I feel like I want to be him.
Did you watch this movie, Kirby? You wanted to be Kirby?
Right then when the helicopter's landing? No, I wanted to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I was like,
actually, his name in the movie is Colonel John Matrix, which is the funniest name Arnold Schwarzenegger has ever had in a movie. Because like that is definitely the reason you never hear him say his own name. Imagine him trying to say that name. It's a series of sounds he simply cannot say. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but look, like, he's like, they're like,
well, this scene I thought was a little stupid myself, just based on like story. And I know this is very early on, and I didn't understand at this point how story was going to be so irrelevant.
Yeah.
The Kirby, this guy comes up to warn Matrix that these people might try to kill him.
Yeah,
to be on the lookout. But they also drove a helicopter to his house.
Yeah, and you didn't think it was a good idea for him to pull a gun on his former employer? You thought that was weird.
I'd be like, if that was me, I'd be like, well, these guys are trying to find out where I live. Why did you drive the army helicopter to my house? I wish you would have done that. I wish you would have just maybe called ahead.
Well, realistically, the bad guy, they were in the bushes the whole time.
They're there.
As it turns out, they were already there.
They were waiting, for this whole thing.
All right, Kate, go on.
Okay, I hated the part that comes right after this.
Can we tone it down with the H word?
Yeah.
I think,
it's H8. It's not the real word.
All right.
And then when she says, "You guys eat too much red meat," that was a good line. I thought that was funny in the hotel. And then he like opens her shirt and she never rebuttons it.
I didn't like that one either. I didn't like that.
I didn't understand that. His V-neck kept getting lower and lower. Did you notice that?
You understand why that happened, though, in the movie. You understand why he did that.
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Good. Okay. And then why did he have to get into like a bikini bottom? Like, why did he have to do that when he got into the?
Well,
there's
stealth.
There's a lot of, I think, like homoerotic tension throughout this movie, especially between him and the Bennett character, and the camera definitely sexualizes Arnold throughout. I think to that.
Bennett wants Matrix bad. Well, Bennett's got it bad for Matrix.
Oh yeah,
wearing the whole time. I want to know what Bennett was wearing the whole time.
A chainmail vest.
It is my understanding that the guy that plays Bennett was not meant to play that character. That he sort of accidentally got that role. He's like not necessarily an actor, and basically brought that attire to the movie.
Well, if we could, Garrett, you may know this, but the guy who plays Bennett, his name is Vernon Wells.
Yeah.
And he plays Wes in the first Road Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Wes is the guy with the assless chaps and the mohawk. George, if you have that picture that I sent earlier, if you want to pop that up, this is the same bad guy. So he has an illustrious career of very, very. I don't even know what would the word even be for his characters?
Frankly, I think that they are queer-coded characters. He often plays like queer-coded characters, and that is one of the. What does that mean? Is that what you said, Tyler?
Industry speak for what?
Ashless chaps. This is what that means.
Well, no, queer-coded is like I don't know, like an academic term for like a character that is coded as being queer, right? Like the way they're sort of depicted in their I don't know, their costuming and their caricature.
I want to know what you think of this scene, because I think I hated how they kept showing the boots. We know what he's doing here. Okay, we don't need to see his boots through the dirt. Okay, and then he drives this broken down O.J. Simpson car
right
down the mountain and somehow ends up successful. Hey,
well, he times it very well.
He does time it very
perfectly.
I hate. I dislike this part. Also, he's like,
okay, you have to remember, during his military training, he was trained to time Broncos with no engines with this kind of attack. He knows how. He was a special forces guy.
Like, what are the shocks like on that vehicle? They don't seem good.
Not good afterwards.
Yeah, good enough to handle this for whatever
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, in the comments, everybody that's watching, we'll get to the comments. If you're listening and you've seen Commando, post your favorite lines or parts of Commando, and we want to read them. We want to see what you guys think.
Oh, yeah. Here, can I call out Alan Bath? Already tossed one of my favorite ones in. You're a funny guy, Sally. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
Yeah.
That is also set up for maybe the best one-liner in the movie when he later hangs that guy over a cliff and says, "Remember when I said I would kill you last?" He goes, "Yeah. I lied." He just dropped him.
I lied.
That is such it's a long game too that they play with that one. It's 40 minutes.
It's
like,
and that dude, I forget his name in the movie, but his name is David Kelly.
Yes.
In real life, and he's one of the bad guys in Twin Peaks, an awesome show. He's Ben Horne's brother. He always plays a creepy guy.
Yeah, he's the Warriors come out and play from the Warriors.
Yep.
I don't know that
so
movie.
Kate and the one thing the worst part of this movie though, and it needed to happen for the rest of the movie to happen, and it's I wrote it down. It was so stupid. When Sally, the guy, gets away at the mall, and he's chasing him with the car, and he picks the girl up out front of the mall.
I know.
Mid chase, right? He just pulls over. She's like, "Pick me up," and he's not. He didn't say like, "Hey, no, I'm chasing the bad guy." He was like, "Okay." Had that not happened, the rest of the movie could happen.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently the one thing his character can't do is fly a plane.
Right.
Like he needs to have her along because it's the one skill he doesn't have.
He's never had any practice whatsoever. He can the Bronco. Anything. He jumps out of that helicopter from space almost and survives.
No idea what's going to happen.
Me and Garrett today were tweeting at her. She never responded. We were trying to get her to come on.
Who?
That actress. What's her name?
Chong.
Raydon Chong.
She is Tommy Chong's daughter. Are you guys aware of that?
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
I have no idea. What a nice piece of trivia that is.
Yeah, she rocks. She's been in a bunch of great movies, and I think she's one of the best things about this movie. Like, if this movie works at all, it's because she actually reacts kind of like a real person to the insanity of the movie around her.
Kind of, yeah.
She might be the only actress in the movie, or the actor, like the only
Yes.
No, he is too. What's his name?
Dan Hedaya.
I think he's an actor.
The man doing the most nondescript accent in the history of movies.
The
closest I was like trying to figure it out. I was like, what accent is he doing? The closest thing I can think is Bela Lugosi. He sounds like a fucking vampire the whole time. He's just like, yes, I want to take over this country.
Yeah. They're like, did you train for this at all? He's like, no, I didn't train his voice at all. I'm just gonna be super racist with it. Is that cool? But hey, anywhere on that list of notes, is there anything that said I like this?
No.
No. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Not a single thing.
It's 0% for you. If you had to rate it, 0%.
I think she's doing this on purpose. I think Kate's doing this on purpose to wind us up.
Which I get she's being the heel. There always needs to be a heel.
No. You asked me for my opinion. If you want me to lie, I can also do that.
No, I don't want you to lie, but
we never want lies here on this podcast.
There was no redeeming quality.
Take me off of there for a second.
I thought she quit. I thought she got mad and quit. No, you did blink off though for a second.
Oh, great.
Poor timing that would be.
I guess she was good. She was good and good.
Oh my god!
I hated that part. The part with the cop is like, watch this.
I didn't like that. Well, you don't like anything sexism, which I get.
Yeah.
So, but you got to keep in mind when this movie was made. Sexism sold, baby.
That
was a hot item back then.
We needed it. We fed off of it. I thought the fight scene was
lame. It was lame as hell.
Perfected.
The longest scene.
Hey.
Who's this?
We're joined with another an Arnold Schwarzenegger enthusiast. It's an IndyCar racing driver and Schwarzenegger enthusiast, Marco Andretti. Marco, thanks for coming, man.
Well, I didn't mean to because I hit the button that I thought was going to be backstage, but it put me right in. So let's do it.
George was like, get him in. I can't think for myself here.
It's supposed to go backstage. It's supposed when you click it, it's supposed to do the thing where you test the camera and the microphone. But you're right in it now, baby.
Our green room sucks. Marco, that's Garrett. Garrett, that's Marco. Kate.
Marco, what's up, man?
Marco, this is a bit. You love this. You love this picture.
Well, I watched last little bit of what you guys were doing, and you guys are a lot more knowledgeable than me about this movie. You guys know names. You guys know. I mean, I knew his name was John. I think that's it.
That's probably all you should know.
Oh, this is the best.
Yes, look at this. I love this.
He just checks it.
Yep.
Well, he struggles.
Look at this.
Look, amazing, absolutely amazing.
It reminds me.
Okay, I was thinking he threw it on. It's this what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
He knocks him over just by going like this. He just throws his arms up, and 10 guys fly off of him.
And this guy.
I mean, one of the great conceits of this movie is that they keep putting like tiny men up against Arnold. Like when they send him to the airport, they've got David Patrick Kelly, and they're the smallest guy in this movie. And they're like, yeah, just make sure he gets on that plane. It's like, what the fuck is he going to do about that to make sure he gets on the plane?
Yeah. Marco, what's your favorite part of the movie?
I think we're getting to it, or do we pass it? The airplane part?
Yeah.
Where he jumps out?
Well,
He falls out?
Yeah, like you said, from space, and it's so graceful.
Yeah, George, I'm not sure exactly what time that's on, but it's try to find where he jumps out of the plane and falls a mile and just gracefully falls into the water. And it's fine.
It already happened.
That was pretty good. If I had to pick a scene, I'll pick that one.
Yeah.
Okay, don't patronize the gang.
Here's the thing about that scene: they could have made him like safely fall into the water, but they decided to risk his life and have him fall on the high grass. It's like we didn't need that.
Luckily, there was water though.
Yeah,
underneath the high grass.
Yeah. Clearly enough, he instantly gets back up.
He's at the airport right away.
Yeah,
immediately. Actually, I like both. There's two airplane parts. There's one at the end in the water. You remember that one?
Yeah.
So, but what I like about that one is like they're taking off and they're like, we're not gonna make it. There's a tree coming or something, and then he decides to finally go full throttle.
Yeah.
Right. He's holding back the whole time.
Yeah, there's like a 4-minute takeoff, and then he's like, "Now we're gonna go." You know.
So George, what you did was go the opposite direction.
Oh yeah, this is almost where it is. This is almost where it is.
If you could have done worse,
guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. I've been on for a minute and a half, and there's no polls yet.
Yeah, that's true.
We have no poll. Our poll capability has been stripped of us.
Come on.
So no one's gonna know whose favorite tree is what or favorite.
At the bottom. George, if you're gonna make a poll now, it'd be like, "What's everybody's favorite scene in Breakfast Club?" Is everybody like?
Can you guys hear? Shh.
Go for it. Get it.
I can't do it. Should I do it? Yeah. No, I shouldn't do it. No.
Oh, I hear it.
Get it.
You hear the ice cream truck out there?
Yeah.
You got to get it. You've never not gotten it.
Get one.
You're 2 for 2.
Why is it so late?
I'm not gonna do it. What's that?
We got enough people in the chat.
So late.
I'm gonna get it.
Get it. I know. You're trying to lead us on.
I knew he was gonna get it.
Kate, here's the thing. Kate,
Marco, he's gotta get the ice cream. He's gotta get the ice cream.
George, you decided to come. Tim leaves. You think that means you come? Is that what happens? No.
Just slide in right here.
George can do a live poll. He can just say it. Well, Kate doesn't like the movie, Marco.
Oh yeah. Well, it depends. Like when I get asked what my favorite movie is, I ask like for real or Commando. It's not a real.
Commando.
That's interesting.
It's not a real good movie.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. But I didn't know this. Did you? The guy that he wrote Die Hard, right, Garrett?
Yeah, the guy that wrote this wrote Die Hard. Yes.
Oh, never mind. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Like my favorite movie is RoboCop 2. It's horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I like RoboCop. Now RoboCop, I like.
RoboCop's great.
Wait, Kate, are you trying to tell me?
But RoboCop 2, it's worse.
Are you trying to tell me in front of 28 people that you're picking RoboCop over Commando?
Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
That's insanity to me.
Yeah.
Can RoboCop carry an entire tree over his?
I'm pretty sure he can do that. Yeah.
Probably.
Well, my favorite scene, I think it already happened. When he goes to the parking lot with the woman initially, and he like, breaks into the car, he rips out the seat for no reason at all.
Yeah.
When is that?
Zero reason.
He's so big.
He just ripped her car seat out.
He's trying to be smaller.
Yeah, but all he had to do was throw the seat back. We all know that move.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, so Tim just leaves when I come on a show. So why don't we?
Oh yeah, let's do that while he's not here.
So I'll tell you what.
Oh no, he has to be here for it.
No, he doesn't.
No, you're right. Well, so if anybody's been listening, George, cue up the picture of the. If anybody's been listening, Tim has a long storied history.
The LaCroix. I got it.
He just starts shouting. Wait, let me tee it up. So I went by the other day. We did talk about some obvious business, really important stuff. And I happened to snap a little snapshot for you guys for the show on the way out. It was very interesting what I found on his port. But the thing about this is it might be 5 minutes till George finds it. So
right. So we have to buy some time. We might have to Google LaCroix and read their backstory as a company. Garrett, do you know this? Do you know what's going on with LaCroix and Tim?
No, what's going on with LaCroix and Tim?
Tim tried to attract LaCroix as a sponsor. He wanted to make commercials for LaCroix.
Okay.
He made so many over time. And they were funny. They were good. But guess who never gave a shit one time?
LaCroix.
Yeah, they never cared once. Never once. They didn't give him anything. They didn't give him not even a like on a tweet.
How many did he make? Like how many did he actually make?
What, 12?
Like 8.
12?
Yeah, 8 to 12. 8 to 12. Pretty professionally done commercials.
That's a lot of commitment. It's a big commitment.
A lot of unreleased ones too.
Yeah,
send them one at a time? Or did he send them all at a time?
No, this was a campaign. This was a marketing campaign that basically, imagine if LaCroix commissioned Tim to make a marketing campaign for their company and, made a schedule, made everything very professional. Imagine that. But then now imagine that didn't involve LaCroix at all. LaCroix had nothing to do with anything. But Tim soured to the company. Obviously, after a while.
Yeah.
Do you think, go ahead, Garrett.
Do you think the fact that I don't know about this is maybe why they didn't give a shit about his LaCroix commercials?
I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think.
Okay.
I think you're not. Are you a LaCroix fan?
No, I'm just saying. I feel
what
like
are you talking about. You're not the demo. Don't come in
fair.
here You're not. You're probably like a Poland guy.
Wait, do we have the footage?
Well, we have a picture that. So
honestly, if it didn't come up right away, it's not that good of a photo.
Well, without building the moment, George, that's the picture.
There it is.
Tim soured to LaCroix. He soured to them because they never retweeted him, never liked them, never gave him any attention, and he swore them off for years. So, and guess what? Marco goes over there and finds a little TMZ photo. The band's still supporting LaCroix.
Interesting. I see. So this is like a.
There, it's right there.
He has it around his daughter, no less.
This is a photo no one should have.
Right. This is bad stuff. This is
so Tim has zero integrity.
That's what we're hearing. That's what our good friend Marco just pointed out.
You guys needed this photo for that?
No.
Usually
I'm glad Tim's not here. I'm glad he's not here for this.
Well, should we bet if he made it to get the ice cream or not? Should we make a wager? He is 2 for 2.
He got it. He's getting it.
Yeah, but he would like put his phone on and like do the
No,
video.
I think he works better than to do that.
I just can't wait to like have a show and invite Tim on it and just leave.
Yeah, right. Well, I think it was blatant.
My bet is he already got it, and on his way back to his computer, he just like sneezed and tripped and just like dumped all the ice cream all over his computer.
He might have
let me back in down here in the comments.
He might have caught wind that we were plotting against him, and then he decided to not return.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
Let's check out some of these comments. Oh,
babies.
Everybody. All right,
Stop talking shit. Stop talking shit.
We weren't nothing.
I came back. I was going for 3 minutes. I came back, and all of the screen was just black because my power flashed off. So it just turned everything off in that amount of time. So, but I did get this. Look at this boy right here.
Oh,
you a powerful Sammy.
Get a little closer.
That's good.
What's in that, baby?
That's cookies and cream, double scoop.
Yeah. Oh. Damn.
Chocolate chip cookie, Sam. Mon and Mel Sweet Scoops, they're called. That's the name of the company.
Tim, check this out.
Oh, I love it.
That Bolo?
I love it, baby.
Right there.
Holding up my shirt.
A weapon?
It's a scorpion. It's a real scorpion.
It's a club, Kate, that we haven't told you about yet, but Depending on how you change your tune about Commando will depend on if you're in the club or not.
Oh,
But I don't know. Did she change her viewpoint since we were gone?
Fact, she's gone. She actually said, like, without being instigated at all, she said you had no integrity. Out of nowhere, Tim.
Yeah.
It's about me.
Yeah. She said you had no integrity. Out of nowhere. What
did I do? What did I do to you?
I don't even know why I said it, to be honest.
Jeez. Marco, I was going to ask you this. Realistically, how many times do you think you've seen Commando total? And keep in mind, I've seen it with you 20 times.
But I've seen the second half 20 times because I always see the first half and then we either
just find something else to do.
Yeah, or do something else. Or I mean, listen, it's a very good movie, Kate, but I don't know if I've actually seen the second half, to be honest.
Oh, you mean the part of the movie where like he spends the entire movie trying to rescue his daughter, and then he gets to the place that his daughter is being held prisoner and blows up most of it before ever trying to find her?
And then the army comes right when it's over.
Yeah.
Ask Tim how I watch movies.
Mostly, Marco thoroughly enjoys movies in the way that he'll have his phone out from the first second of the movie until about 45 minutes in. So he'll just be texting or checking things. And then he'll say, well, who's that guy?
That's terrible. Why do you watch
movies
with him? Why do you do that to yourself then?
Hey, that's what you did.
The boys. That's how we watch movies together.
So Tim will come over. We do this thing called a roundup. So it'll be like a Kurt Russell or a Sly or whoever. And we'll watch a bunch of movies in one night. But if I am on my phone for too long, there's a beep when I drive in and out of my driveway. This one time, Tim just got up and left my house. So
Yeah, you could just tell because of the beep. Because I was so upset that no one was paying attention to the movie. I had to go home.
Off your phone until you heard the beep.
That's how I knew Tim left.
I love it when Tim, if you're watching a movie with Tim and you are like anybody's, if the room isn't focused on the movie, Tim will just pause it and look at everybody until.
Tim, I'm with you. Tim, I'm with you. I stand by Tim on that.
Thank you, Kate. Usually, me and Kate are on the same side, so I like that we're getting back to this. I didn't know this was going to turn into a roast, but it also deserve it because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Well, Britt has to live with it. Britt will. You know what the worst is? I bet you all live with this kind of shit. You're watching a movie.
I live with my mom.
Well, I bet she does it. You're watching a movie and you can hear a TikTok video on a phone. The volume is even on. So not only are you on the phone, but you're watching something volume on while I'm trying to watch something.
I hate it. I hate that.
It's infuriating.
Her shirt's open.
Well,
wait, where? Where's the shirt open?
This part.
Yeah.
The whole time now.
She
never buttons it back up.
You don't hate to see it. You don't hate to see it.
She doesn't want to button it back up after everything she starts going through with him.
George, play that part still. Go back to that. This part kind of made me a little annoyed too. Not annoyed, but like all they had was they break into this thing.
I know.
All they had was coordinates on a paper. They didn't know if it was the ones that they should be going to.
It was like a receipt, wasn't it? She's like, the receipt.
And then she shows up with, hey, this is a picture of a plane they might have used. Do you think they used that plane? She's like, probably. And that's how the movie goes from there. That pushes the story.
Any kind of scene where they're doing a map with rulers, it's always bullshit. It's never ever makes any sense.
They split up when they get there, and she just happens to be right next to the window that the coordinates are located.
Look, there's your shirt again.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Well, his is actually down even further. So
I said that too. His keeps getting further and further down.
Yeah, until he's down to just a pair of tiny underwear.
And then he has the vest, right? And then he decides in his infinite wisdom, I should take the vest off. I'm in a gunfight.
What the hell does he need that for?
Right. No protection.
Yeah.
He can use his muscles.
What's really bizarre about this overall also is this movie is a year after Terminator. So he did one of the biggest action sci-fi movies of all time. It still is one of the biggest of all time. Mm-hmm. And then he did Commando the next year.
Yep.
Like
one of the silliest.
What a jump. Yeah.
Matt Van Horn says, you know that's Tommy Chong.
Chommy Dong.
Holy moly, man.
Tommy.
What did he say, Ty?
I almost said Chami Tong.
You did say that.
I did. Oh, I did. I said the first. He said, it's Tommy Chong's daughter. Yeah, we've been there. I don't think I just gave up on second.
Paying attention.
Yeah, Matt.
Well, you guys can continue talking. I'm looking through some comments.
Well, I just want to make sure we take a minute to talk about the score for this movie, because it might be my favorite thing about the movie.
Yeah. I totally forgot until that's like one of the main features of this movie, Garrett.
The music is insane. And it's like, it's the only reason this movie works. Like, I was paying attention to it when I was watching it the other night. I was like, if this music wasn't in this movie, it would be nonsense. None of it would.
So go. It works now because it's Caribbean music. Now it works.
That's the thing, is it's not even Caribbean music.
It's the glue that holds the movie together.
It's this old white guy's interpretation of Caribbean music through his Casio keyboard. It's like the funniest, like the steel drums literally sound like they're being hunted and pecked on a keyboard.
I'm just gonna give a quick battery update. I'm at 50%.
You're in good shape.
Close to it, baby.
Coast is clear.
And there's all the saxophone, like it's constantly switching between steel drums and then saxophone solos.
This part is my favorite. She rolls up to the cops in with the rocket launcher in the back seat,
and then they're like, "Hey,
this girl's hot." Oh,
not for nothing, but this girl looks all right.
Look at the in the back.
I like
the toots, huh? Yeah. She's got a shirt wide open for me, huh? You got it for me there?
It's like she wants it.
Nothing about the rocket launcher.
But first they make her look stupid and she fires it backwards. That annoyed me. But you know what?
Okay, I'll give you this. I understand Kate's frustration with the girl just constantly being like the ditzy girl.
Yeah.
But do you think Stewardess 1985 given a rocket launcher would have shot it in the right direction? Do you think that would have been like an empowering female moment, or do you think that would have been like, I don't know if she would have known how to use this? It doesn't make a lot of sense.
If it were a guy that was doing it, would you be even asking me that question?
If it were Arnold, I wouldn't. If it were just some fella at the airport, yeah.
All right. Let me ask you this, Kate.
Ask away.
If Arnold was a woman in this movie the whole time, would you have liked the movie?
If he played a woman?
Like if it was played by a woman, roles reversed.
Maybe.
Yeah, you would have loved it.
And if they had like Josh Gad as like the whoa, I don't know how I'll do anything, you would have been like, yes, queen.
No.
Uh-huh.
No,
you're lying to us. You're lying to us right in front of
I hate when she lies.
Bring it on her ass. Well, so Marco, you obviously race IndyCar, right? You're a race car driver. You guys are a little bit on hold right now, but there's been some pretty cool announcements. You're coming back to racing sooner than later, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. I mean, as of now, we're going to Texas June 6th.
And the IndyCar season is in flux. Obviously, it's changing, but some of the premier spots are still on the schedule. That all that's pending, right?
There's stuff that's going to come out tomorrow, but we're getting a little bit shortened, but we're able to double up at some of the permanent road courses. So we'll do like double headers, which for the drivers is kind of brutal because you wake up the next day and you have to do it again. But normally we wake up the next day and we're super sore and
obviously not something that Arnold or John Matlock would have a problem with, but
Did you call him John Matlock?
John I botched it.
What did you?
Can you imagine Matlock starring Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I was calling him Matlock all day. That's
such a better idea.
Yeah,
like if they had Matlock as
Matrix,
the bad guy.
What is his last name?
Matrix.
The reason it's a dumb. We said it. It's a dumb last. It's like almost like his like war name. Like nobody's last name is Matrix with an X.
Not anymore.
But so the Indy 500 is still on the schedule. It's a little later. That's cool. People can look forward to that.
And it's cool that there's no sports at all. So this is like the only sport that you can watch. Period.
Yeah,
I think NASCAR maybe.
Yeah, they just went back on Fox and they were over a 6. It was like a 6.3 or something rating. So I mean that was more than the MJ docu, which is like pretty cool. Yeah, because it's like one of the first. Besides I think UFC came back and stuff like that, but hopefully the first couple can get some big viewers for the sponsors and stuff.
6.8. Well, I don't know we're holding pretty steady at 31 on this show.
We're looking at 31 viewers, but we didn't lose any. I think we started at 31 and we stayed at 31, which is
And Kate, I think you'll be impressed by this, and I think this is a cool thing that we just talked to them. I didn't know that they were doing this. You guys have been doing an iRacing series, for the last couple of weeks, and to raise some money for charity, your wives and girlfriends are going to race on the simulators too. Right? That's this weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah. It's going to be Saturday at 2:30. I'll have to get the link of where to actually find it. They'll put it out. But Hinchcliffe is putting it on, and Marta just started testing, and she's pretty good. I mean, she didn't do many laps, but I think she has enough.
Is she getting like competitive? Is she getting like mean about it a little bit?
Marta, if you beat her in a board game, she'd be mad at us. But but no, I think she actually could be pretty good, and it's going to be one of those where if you just stay out of carnage, you can win it. And
do you know what the charity is that they're raising money for?
Yeah, it's the one that we got Melee on. I'm gonna have to ask Marta exactly, but it's the one that that basically helps the slaughterhouse dogs. Where we save Melee from Korea.
Right.
So.
Which is horrible that that's a thing that exists anywhere.
That's a thing. It's terrible.
Yeah, and like I think they even said, in the news. We try not to make anything about the news here, but like they said the Chinese government was like, listen, no more eating dogs. All right, no more. They're eating dogs. They're over there. They don't give a shit. For a fact they're not gonna.
You're like, we don't want to talk about the news, so I'm just gonna make up the news now. And we only talk about the news in the beginning. We'll be like always, but it's usually stories like
not political.
Yeah, no political stuff. I'm too stupid.
Can I ask Marco a question?
Please.
Can you? Yes, sure.
Kate. Kate. Listen, woman, Kate. You may.
Oh boy.
Knife out. So what made you decide to race? Was just like in your blood, or is it something that you actually really like doing?
Yeah, that sandwich. You try to do that off camera, and the sandwich is too big.
Cooking or eating? All right. So I think at first,
I love Kate.
Okay.
George loves it.
Just to be real quick. At first, I think I went into it wrong, and I think I felt I had to do it, and I didn't have as much fun. Then I stepped away, and then had to miss it. And once I missed it and wanted to come back, I think when I came back, it was like for a better reason, not because I felt I had to do it. It's because I wanted to do it. And so once I was able to decipher the two, it was kind of like no looking back ever since. But at first it wasn't right because I just felt like that's, I mean,
like
what everybody does, right? Yeah. So, and I was winning races and I would leave and not be happy. And even my dad was like, "You're not having fun. What are you doing?" So I had to reevaluate, but it was good after that.
Okay. Was there like a defining moment that made you feel like?
I think it was when I won the championship and I won like a bunch of races and I was just like, and my dad's like, you have to like what you're doing, to have fun in any profession. Right. So, and I didn't with my first approach, but I think, it's been better since.
Okay. That's good.
I
didn't know if it was just like you had to, like you feel like, oh, I have to do this.
Yeah, but it's a good question because I think part of it was like I wanted to see their reaction to it, and when they were like, "Oh, you're fine. You don't have to. You don't have to do it." And then I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. I want to do it."
Yeah.
It's very similar to my life. My whole family worked for McDonald's, and I was like, "I got to do it. I'll do it. I got to do the best."
I'm the heir to the throne.
Yeah.
We've been picking on.
So fast.
We've been picking on Kate this whole podcast, and
very similar.
She holds her own though.
Kate asked the best question of the podcast. So even though we've been picking on her the entire time, the only question that actually was meaningful, Kate just asked. So thank you, Kate.
We struggle with Marco, Tim, because when Marco came on we did the PBS show, I found like we're asking him questions. But we're friends, so we know everything, we've had so we forget what people want to know. Right. So you find it's like cool to see Kate being curious and ask.
Curious Kate is what they call her.
Kate. On the streets.
Curious Karate Kate. Marco, what if you weren't driving a race car professionally? Now that we've watched an example of a Commando lifestyle, what would you do? Would you be Commando?
I'd probably do podcasts about it.
I wouldn't say there's no money in podcasts. I don't think.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
31 followers. I don't know where to see the followers.
We're down to 29. I think.
No, I mean, I don't know. I'd probably real estate. I've been like taking a liking to that. You know.
Really?
Well, I know it sounds boring, but I'm trying to play the long game, trying to be smart with investments. You know, because this is short-lived career normally. So trying to be smart, and when I'm able to retire, have to retire, you know, I don't have to sell everything. So just trying to be smart.
Yeah. And then what keeps you in the Lehigh Valley?
Home's home, man. I mean, I've lived in India, I've lived in Miami. And I think it's just you guys, to be honest.
I was gonna say it's mostly me and Ty, I would think.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And Kate. Yeah, Kate. Yeah.
Clearly, that's pretty obvious.
Garrett, so obviously this movie, people are fired up about Commando, man.
Dude, people love Commando. I don't understand what's not to like about Commando, honestly.
I do.
I'm confused by Kate's reaction.
Even though Kate, literally, she found a way to dress exactly like the main character. Like, she had to like some parts of it because you've done such a good job on your costume.
Yeah,
especially the guns. Nice.
Look at how horny Bennett gets to touch Arnold in this scene.
Oh, yeah.
He gets so horny to touch him. It's so funny.
This is okay. Where's Steam Man? Where's Steam Man in the comments? This is my favorite part of the movie. And I know I said that a couple times, but I truly had a favorite part, and then another part happened. I'm like, no, that's my favorite.
And you can barely even see Arnold right now because he's so well camouflaged that he's mixing in with the thing.
Yeah, what is that? Nobody fights like that.
I love. Well, you know what? The bad guy, John Matlock, he's the least intimidating bad. Like, he's so fat.
Yeah,
it's bending the chainmail. Like, if you saw before, like his metal vest is bending from the fat bursting out.
It's not a fair fight. It's not a fair fight.
He's just a guy that has done yard work occasionally. Arnold is like literally the strongest man in the world. You know what I mean? Like, and we're supposed to believe that he can like withhold Arnold's punches, and like it's so crazy.
I just can't wait to the Steam part because
it's got to be. It's coming up soon, I think.
No, it's not coming up soon. This is the longest fight in the world.
Yeah, this is a very long fight.
Fast forward a little bit.
Wait, I have a question for you guys. Can I ask you guys something?
Please.
Yes.
What is your favorite Arnold movie?
Mine is probably Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Good choice. Ty?
Dude, this might be it, actually.
Really?
Did this set the bar for you?
I loved this movie. I'm not kidding. I texted you guys that. I loved it.
Terminator. There's Predator. All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, Terminator and Predator both rule. That's yes.
I'm biased because I just saw this today and I was all excited about it. But probably Terminator. Yeah.
Sleep on it.
Terminator or Terminator 2?
Terminator all day. I don't understand people that like the second one more than the first one. That's
what do you? So you don't understand me?
It's an insane
Garrett.
opinion to me.
I guess you just don't understand me then.
It's insane.
I'm telling you. Listen, the thumbs up at the end. Forget it. That's the whole. That's it for me.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
I forgot about the part where he was electrocuted for a decent amount of time.
I wrote that in my notes.
Join.
And then immediately starts punching again.
If you're still listening in the comments, what's your favorite Arnold movie? Bukkake comes in.
Kindergarten Cop. Pretty strong choice.
He's lying. John, tell us your real favorite. Come on.
It's a strong choice.
Oh, Matt Van Horn, The Running Man is a powerful movie.
Yeah.
It's not good, but it should have been good. So if you watch it thinking of what this should have been as you're watching it, it's a good movie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go.
Where does the steam come from? Where does it come from?
From his bowels.
He's letting some off, though. Let off some steam, but
So good.
He just gets murdered with a pipe through the chest, and then I love it. I love the family moment that's just about to happen here.
There's just a wall behind him. No steam.
And she's like,
oh my
God. It's so good. She's just, you murdered a man for me.
Maybe the most brutal way possible, but anyway, well, And then now the military comes. A little late, guys.
Late, guys. Super late. Well, Marco, what's your favorite Arnold movie?
I mean, I kind of already let the cat out of the bag. I mean, Terminator's hard to beat. I actually like the sequel, Terminator 2.
I love Terminator 2.
Scary. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's very rare that the sequels, I wouldn't say better, but that the sequel's as good. So, like, that's.
I agree with all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Home Alone 2. That's still good. You know?
Yeah. Home Alone 2, Terminator 2. This is what I'm saying. Like, Terminator 2, Home Alone 2. Terminator, though, come on.
I know. It's hard to beat.
I love Terminator. The first Terminator set the standard for those type of movies. But Terminator 2, when you add in the dynamic of the the T-1000, the bad Terminator, there are so many iconic scenes in that movie with the roses where he's going through the mall, he drops the roses with the anytime any of us, except for Kate, I'm assuming, sees a liquid nitrogen truck, you hear the bo-don-don-don-don. For the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, because of that movie, you think of that.
Alex Rocha says, jingle all the way.
Put that cookie down.
The spy, John Bukaki says, the spy one, true spies or lies or something.
True lies.
That's a really... Yeah, that's an excellent one.
That movie clearly had an impact on John. He doesn't know what it's called.
Jimmy Lee Curtis was peak babe in that movie.
My favorite movie, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Garrett, so what we're gonna do this again Wednesday. What do we got? What's on deck? What do you got for us?
Well, listen, I had an idea because I wanted to do something with you guys that I thought would be fun. Can we watch a Nicolas Cage movie this coming week?
Yes.
Okay. So I know Kate's probably going to hate this, but Kate, listen here. I'm
going to be Con Air.
Kate, open your mind, Kate. What if it's Con Air?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So either Vi.
I've got two options for you, so that Kate doesn't have to necessarily put herself through hell. So currently streaming on what is it? Amazon Prime is Vampire's Kiss. Has anyone seen Vampire's Kiss?
No,
I have not.
Okay, Vampire's Kiss is an early Nicolas Cage movie where he thinks he's turning into a vampire, and it's amazing and hilarious.
Okay.
And then also Raising Arizona is streaming on HBO and Stars and DirecTV right now.
I've never seen that either. No, it's like isn't it the movie that made him famous?
Yeah, kind of. And it's a Coen Brothers movie. It's an early Coen Brothers movie. It's very funny.
Are we not going to mention Roadhouse right now?
What?
Are we not going to mention Roadhouse in this conversation?
Oh, we got
to Roadhouse all day.
Roadhouse is amazing.
That's for Swayze Week,
yeah.
which is a week-long event, of course.
Wait, and Garrett, let me ask you. Okay, so one of my favorite all-time comedies is MacGruber.
Yeah.
And it has Roadhouse references.
Yeah.
It has MacGyver references. And I think it does have Commando references, right?
I think so. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it probably does.
There were certain scenes where I'm like, that's just like the MacGruber.
Yes, definitely.
Which are you going to assign us? Because I haven't seen either one.
Well, so that's my point here. So, Kate, Raising Arizona is I think actually a good movie. Vampire's Kiss is an insane movie. Would you rather watch an insane movie or maybe a good movie?
I don't want to pick. I do believe that I've watched Raising Arizona, but it was a long time ago.
Kate, this is all you.
Now they're gonna.
I don't know.
How many White Claws has George had in the last 40 minutes?
I think for Kate's benefit, we should watch Raising Arizona.
Yes, sure. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I think you're going to hate the other one, even though I've never seen it. I'm assuming you're going to hate it.
Yes.
No complaints, Kate. Though. Well, if you don't like it, you can.
It's okay not to like it, but I think you'll enjoy it. It's pretty good. It's funny.
Truly, better like this one.
Raising Arizona. But the other thing is, I'll bring. I have some weird Nick Cage trivia game that I made years ago that I'll bring along and we can play with you guys.
All right.
Perfect.
Is the movie Raising Arizona?
Raising Arizona.
What the hell is wrong? Arnold Schwarzenegger language right now.
You never asked me what my favorite Arnold.
Oh, we thought you didn't have one.
Didn't you say it earlier? You said Terminator.
I didn't say it.
All right, say it right now. 5 seconds.
RoboCop.
Son of a bitch.
Is that true? You're lying, Kate.
Get out of here. Get her out of here.
When she lies, she'll sit back in the chair like that. You know when she's lying. She does it.
Wrap this show up.
You think you get the
wrap this show up.
Can we mute?
It's 9:03.
Yeah.
Okay.
George,
It's
you
not
gotta
landed.
take your screen off because it's sounding weird. We're gonna wrap the show up. I know
I
you're
know what he's doing. That's what I flex.
George is just flexing constantly.
George is showing